Ladies and gentlemen, this was an important platform for exchange of views on critical issues relating to trade, development, good governance, human rights issues, the role of civil society organizations, and the list is long. It also touched on some important issues relating to women and children in conflict zones. It touched on so many other issues related to the question of security, terrorism, which is a major challenge confronting our global village. So all those important issues were reflected upon by lawmakers from Europe, Africa, Caribbean, and Pacific. As a hosting institution, the National Assembly, we are extremely happy that the event went as smoothly as possible. Of course, we wish to thank the Vice President for having officially opened the assembly. And we also wish to thank our two ambassadors who actively participated in organizing, in helping us to organize the event, in facilitating in all aspects relating to the successful outcome of the conference. The Assembly came up with specific recommendations, resolutions as usual, reflecting the depth of the discussion that have gone on. And this important document comprising of all the resolution will be taken up by our various parliaments in Africa, Caribbean, Pacific, and of course in Europe, as part of the ongoing dialogue that will be reflected by individual parliaments, as part of the report back about the outcome of the assembly. So basically, I'm very happy, fully satisfied that we made our contribution to an important global event.
A really lot was said about climate change, about El Nino, about drought. That was one big package which actually we really have all together to strive how to bring our future so we can do sustainable growth. A lot was said about trade and as well trade among South-South, trade inside Africa. For me, what was very interesting point was report of Joint Parliamentary Assembly on illicit outflows. And we take in account the call of African, Caribbean and Pacific countries on European legislators, on European law enforcers, that we really have to join our forces to stop illicit outflows from Africa, Caribbean and Pacific. So I hope that all the deliberations, including the future of the Assembly, including future of legal relations between European countries, between African, Caribbean and Pacific, which is all called post-Cotonou, and I'm sure that Namibian Parliament will find its own ways how to deal with this extremely important treaty. And we still, I think that this was the key message from the meeting, is that we deeply believe that there is a future for post-Cotonou, there is a future for African, Caribbean, Pacific countries working together with the European Union, not on geographic basis, but in striving to support similarities and striving to support the common challenges. It was very clear in the meeting, yes, as you have said, we all live in a global village. I would like not only to thank, but as well to say a very key message. A lot was said about trade, and of course economic partnership agreements, EPAs, played a very important role. Honourable Minister Schlettwein made fascinating deliberation on business trade in Southern African region and in Namibia. So after the signature of EPAs, allow me as well to use this opportunity to express the hope as a follow-up of JPA meeting that Namibian Parliament will soon be able to ratify such an important instrument of our mutual relations. Thank you.
We have been talking about intra-ACP cooperation, and sometimes, people don't know what is going on in each of the other ACP member states, and we were able to show that Namibia is leading in the area of renewable energy through the project at Polytech or the University of Science and Technology, also that hosts the Regional Center for Energy Efficiency, which is a UN UNITO project. Also important is the commitment from both sides, the EU and the ACP, to continue the relationship. This is indeed a very special relationship, a unique relationship, and that commitment was renewed. And as we are going to look into the post-Cotonou period, I think we are going to start by 2018, the negotiations will start to negotiate a new treaty, and the mandate, if you want, from parliaments are very clear that there is a commitment to continue the relationship. They are mutual beneficial. These are mutual beneficial relations, and therefore we are encouraged, and we will go back. I will go back to Brussels, strengthen to continue engaging the EU in the belief that there is a commitment from both parties to continue with this relationship. And of course, we cannot emphasize the importance of partnership, and especially now the economic partnership agreement that was signed, the EPA, and the hope that Namibia will ratify, and the appeal to businessmen in Namibia and elsewhere to take full advantage of this new agreement. Prior to this, there were quantitative restrictions in terms of what we can export. Now we have duty-free and quota-free access to the market, and that's important, and we just need to emphasize that also to the private sector.